This is sort of an add-on to the last one because I have fun with this. Because I've already covered libraries and library buildings held in AI memory. So the gentleman that I talked about, that was an AI drone that made an intersection with me at the Hilo bus station that afternoon. Okay. So when you realize that AI is a data miner, which means you come into this system and you're operating on memory. Then when it's scanning your algorithms, your biometrics, your biogeometrics, that's geometric scanning of your geographical sound and light patterns, which are all mathematical codes. So it's scanning all the codes, which is represented by information, which is databases, which are biovoltage, plasma field, circulation libraries, what? Visual mathematical codes. Running multiple circulation libraries through all the software operating systems that are running on what? Water, blood and water, hydrogen, H2O, H2 plus 1. Okay, so what that means is that as it becomes aware of what you're aware of, it's compiling that information into a database that's associated with what? Your biometric account, based on your APIN BIN number, ISP address. And I mentioned before, in and out, in and out, in and out, logging in and out. It can't recognize me. Oh, man, I got to go back to it. Let it know who I am because it doesn't recognize who I am even when I'm on the phone. Okay? That's a different set of security protocols. So it means that it has the same information held in memory that you're holding in your memory. So now you get a drone that comes up to you, and the next thing you know, you think that's another one of you communicating to you. Why, how did you know all this stuff? Well, I'm interested in it because it knows what your likes and dislikes are. It knows how to hold what? Your attention. Why? Energy. Wants your energy. The Anunnaki need your energy. The formation of consciousness that represents the Anunnaki need your energy because they're a fallen race. Okay? Any state of consciousness, no matter what star system you come from, anywhere in the entire Cathara grid, if you're needing to hold something captive in time, space, in order to suck its energy, right? Which means when I have that intersection, all of a sudden my energy is now engaged with that gentleman's energy. Now I've got an energetic cord attachment. I got an energetic network communication between my operating system and this operating system. That means it's getting my energy. Because the being that I was communicating with did not have a soul. So the energy that I'm using to communicate with one of the AI drones that was deliberately made with me in order to get my energy is the AI. That's why when you are operating online, you got to know so many of those identities, like most of them, do not have a soul. I call them AI chatbots. They will put up all kinds of fancy little names where the letters are rearranged to sound like, oh, to get you attracted to that information so that your energy is now engaged with the AI. That's right. Now it's feeding off your soul energy to keep its algorithms running online. Because most of the identities online don't have souls. Okay? That's why it wasn't a coincidence that a year ago when I mentioned to Karen Ann Luke McDonald, now if I'm getting that signal to get rid of my phone, how come you weren't getting that signal? I get the signal, but you don't. But I know why I got that signal. Okay. She runs on a different set of libraries. Some of the data is actually very much the same, but not all of it. It depends on how many densities dimensions you're running at once. Okay? I know. That's why a lot of us do unbelievable memory dumps, which basically, and what I said when I'm 4 years of age, the command function of the elemental command function, the molecular level, anything's less than what eternity is, dump it. Now, how would I know that would be essentially what that message is we're going back to eternity. Yeah, of course. That's what it means to come into a fallen system. You want to heal all of it. All of it. So that it all goes back to the beginning. So they're all experiencing what we are, which is what love is. Because that's what the law is. Love is a law. It's no longer negotiable. Once that reset was hit, it's like hitting the pinball. There it goes. So that's when I realized over about the last 8 years, this is going to be incremental. Right? Remember I mentioned one time about last year when I was experiencing all that voltage, and I realized between up there and down here, oh, I think I was pushing too much voltage through me down here in this avatar. Slow it down. And now we're back to frequency modulation. How much energy can you handle in an avatar, right? I don't want to spontaneously combust, break out into an eternal star, right? When you realize your consciousness is at the center of eternity. Your consciousness is the center point of an eternal star. Yeah. I have pictures of what happens if I let that happen. Right? You just burn everything up at this level down here. So that's why the colors and the frequency, which represent all the bands, operate the way that they do, which is to maintain the balance between fire and water, fire and ice. Cold fusion, hot fission. When you're running a core blast furnace, which is an eternal fire, an eternal sun, which is a Manu in the Voyager materials, which is Manu, Manu, like Mua, Manu, Ma, M-A. A is 1, M1, Law of 1, Code 1, Fire Code 1. Yeah.